Hello, welcome to my channel introduction. My name is Renata. I am an intuitive channel and a psycho-spiritual guide. I am creating this channel for many reasons. First and foremost, I would say the purpose of creating this channel is to connect, is to create community, to be and join with other people that are on a similar path, the path of the heart, the path of unconditional love, the path of awakening to our true nature, to our soul, to soul-led life, to heart-led life. It's not an easy journey to walk that path. It requires so much courage, so much bravery. It, for me, has been a series of birth and rebirth, birth and death and rebirth in my identity, in who I think I am, of things that I have come to know and then let go of and release. And it's just this continual process again of being reborn. So the channel is called Spiritually Reborn. That's kind of my thing. I've been feeling my name means reborn. So I had this really beautiful connection point in a meditation like a year and a half ago of like, oh, this was my destiny. Like this was predestined. Anyways, so this really is my calling. This really is my mission. Work is to help people that are going through really just assisting, right? I'm not a healer. I can hold space for healing to occur or to be amplified, but I'm just a vessel. I'm just a vessel of spirit. And yeah, so my passion and my work is to really help you be reconnected to your soul. Help we're just going to plug your soul in, right? And embody your soul, your higher self, your whatever language you want to put to it. And be one with your truth, with your heart, with your spirit, with life. So, the overall intention of this space is really to be real about what walking that journey looks like because it's challenging. There's a lot of facing fears, there's a lot of integrating, there's a lot of moving through pain and shame and guilt and fear and conditioning that has been placed upon us, not only by our immediate family, but by our larger culture, our larger society, our larger global human collective that is what it is right now in this time. And so there's a lot of shedding of layers that we inherited really purposefully. My belief is that we intentionally did that. Earth is a school for learning and expansion. And so there's a purpose and there's a reason, many, right? There's not just one, but why we incarnated at this time. And this really is such a significant time in not only human history, but planetary history and galactic history. So we're moving through, we're transitioning through really a significant cycle change or shift. And so it's a beautiful time. It just on a larger scale from a bigger perspective, like zooming out, like really this is occurring over hundreds of years because the cycle is thousands of years, right? So the transition doesn't just happen in one generation, it happens over many generations. That's it's a big deal. And so we're all individually going through that as well because everything is one. We have our individual experience and there's the whole experience, but those are really the same thing. They're just different facets or different perspective points that we're looking at, but we're all connected. So the work that you do affects the whole. Everything that you do affects all of us. We're all connected, and that's a really beautiful thing. And I really want this channel to be about remembering that connection. I don't want anyone out there to feel alone. And I think a lot of people feel alone right now, and a lot of people are in a fear band right now in their own experience. And so I just really want to bring I really just want to stand as like a beacon of truth and a beacon of light that, yes, you have to go through the fear of birthing into a new version of yourself or a new level of consciousness for yourself, or whatever language we want to put to that. And part of doing that is stepping into the unknown and learning how to trust the process of life. I've never given human birth, so I don't know what that looks like, but I can just imagine that it's a little bit freaky in that you don't know what it's going to look like. You just have to experience it for yourself to understand what that experience is. And if you haven't, you just don't. And so, having given birth and rebirth to my identity and my levels of consciousness over and over and over again, I just really resonate with being like a spiritual midwife. Like I can't give birth for you, but I can help prepare you and help walk alongside you on that journey, and you can walk alongside me on my journey, and we can come together and honor each other's journey and honor and bond over the similarities, and also honor and bond and appreciate our differences, and how each person is like a different instrument in the symphony of our humanity. And I really believe that to be true. We all have our own unique expression that is entirely unique. I have Mother Mary here. You probably can't see her very well, but she's here just providing some divine feminine energy. I've also been working really closely with Jesus and his divine masculine energy, and Mary Magdalene too here, right? So we are seeing a rise or a re-rise in the divine feminine coming to balance. We're also seeing a rise in the divine masculine. So there's a lot of talk about the patriarchy and the rise of the feminine. Um, and that is a really beautiful thing, but it's not like we are switching from a patriarchy to a matriarchy. That's not what's happening. We're bringing those two together and we're harmonizing both the divine masculine, because the patriarchy is not the divine masculine. What the patriarchy has represented on our globe for hundreds and hundreds and really thousands of years is not divine masculine. And so the divine masculine is also on the rise. And so both of these are coming together in harmony, in union. We are stepping into unity consciousness, oneness consciousness. And so we are, hmm, I'm just getting like a really big heart opening experience right now of like the joy of expressing my truth right now. And I feel like I've just struggled to do that for a really long time. And I'm just here now doing it, and it's so beautiful. And I'm so excited. And I'm so excited to keep walking this path with you. You're not alone. None of us are alone. And none of us are getting left behind. And you will not get lost in the fear. You will not get lost in the panic. You will not get lost in the chaos. I'm here holding space. Everyone is here holding space. Go outside and ground on Mother Earth. She's holding space. Your guides, your higher self are holding space. You have so much support, and like my hands are just like ooh, increasing, like so much support. So the intention here is just really, it's connection. It's also to help you remember your true nature. Remember your truth, remember your divinity, your truth, your divinity. I'm not here to tell you this is what truth is, this is what God is. Not my job. My job or my role is to facilitate guiding you back to your connection points of what your truth is and what your divinity is. I just so happen to believe that we are of the same source, and so that's true for all of us. But I also believe that we all walk our own journey back to that remembrance, back to that place of oneness of all that is. And so my path doesn't have to look like your path. It's okay if they're different. They're going to be different inherently because we're different human beings. And that's the whole point of being a human, is to come and explore and to remember, like to forget and then to remember, oh, oh, okay, I'm actually one and the same with God, universe, source, spirit, all that is. Oh, okay. Oh, this is really cool. Okay. So, just to help you remember that, remember your power, remember your love, remember your truth, and remember that you get to choose. Remember your sovereignty and your choice, and that no one gets to tell you what's true for you. You do. Your self knows, your intuition knows, your higher self knows. Two more things. I'm really passionate about the mental health and the somatic regulation and the spiritual integration. So those three things, like really mind, body, spirit, are really important for walking this journey and walking this path. And in my own journey, I've resisted at times certain things, and part of that's natural because we can really only focus on so many things at one time and be giving like our genuine devotion to them. When we have too many, then our energy becomes very dispersed, and it can actually like slow, it can create this experience of like being a hamster on a wheel, like exerting a lot of energy, but not really getting very far. So, anyways, regardless, there's the like that the holy trinity of mind, body, spirit. And so I'm also really passionate about taking this holistic model of health, of well-being, of spiritual enlightenment, self-actualization, realization, whatever it is that you want to call it, uh spiritual awakening. All of these components are necessary. We need to connect the mind to the heart, to the body, to our higher self or our soul, because we are all of those things. Our body has a living intelligence. Our mind is a living intelligence. Our heart, our gut, our intuition, our higher self, everything is a living, breathing, dynamic being. And so when we really, integration and vitality and health and unity is really about merging all of those into working together. Like I really see this as like oh, hello, can we get it? The pattern of, oh my gosh, that's so horrible. It's not really coming through, but the pattern of the flower of life, the seed of life, there's these different facets, but they all come together and make one. And each of them is unique. The mind is kind of different than the heart, is kind of different than your intuition. So they're different operating systems that we have available to us. And when we kind of bring them all online and get them all working together in coherence, heart math, the Heart Math Institute is like a really cool, if you're like the mind candy and the scientific approach, they have a lot of cool stuff going on over there about creating coherence. And so it's something that I'm really passionate about because uh, I just see in the wellness world, in the spiritual world, in the like clinical mental health world, there's it seems like they're all kind of segregated and separate. And I don't see health and well-being that way. I see it as all of those working together. And so I really want this channel to be about, there's going to be an aspect of this channel where I'm sharing practices that are for each of these different components, sometimes separately and sometimes all together in one. I'm not really sure exactly what that's going to look like, but that's going to be a component. And then the other component, the last piece that I'll say, and of course this channel is going to evolve into whatever it evolves into, is this is going to be a space for me to practice channeling. And it's probably going to end up talking about contact experiences with either extraterrestrial or extra dimensional beings. Um, I have been in a learn to channel. I'm recording this on November 4th, 2025. At the beginning of this year, I joined a learn to channel a class with Lisa Royal Holt, who is a pretty renowned channel. She's been channeling longer than I've been alive. And so she she's been doing this for a very long time. And I really resonated with her work. I resonate with a lot of channels. But for whatever reason, this is just for whatever reason, because this is part of my lineage too. Um, so I was guided to take this class and literally, and I think that the timing of this is pretty beautiful because literally over the weekend, it's Tuesday, Halloween night actually, into November 1st, I had a pretty significant contact experience. And so I got the feeling that it was not going to be the last. It was very intentional. It was very introductory. It was very much a feeling of like, okay, not they've been waiting, but like I needed to come to a point of readiness within my own beingness for that to happen. And so it was like this was a meeting that was maybe like a long time coming or like very happily anticipated. And it just had the vibes of like reuniting with friends and neighbors and colleagues uh, for a specific mission. And so I don't know what that is yet. I don't know how that's going to unfold. There's such a beautiful energy around it. I'm not holding an expectation. Um, it will unfold and it will happen as it happens. And as I continue to grow and evolve and integrate and move past my own pain and fear. Um, so we'll see what happens. But I got the sense that like this there's going to be continuation of these types of experiences, and so don't know how that's going to come through, but practicing channeling is something that I'm really passionate about and I really love doing. um and I say practice because that's really what it feels like for me. Honestly, it's probably always going to be a practice, but um I just really want to emphasize that that's exactly what it is it's a practice, and just to release any expectation. And so the last kind of thing I'll say is that two things. One, if you've watched this video and you're resonating, just welcome. And I hope to meet you in some way in the comments, or maybe we'll work together in some way. Or if you buy some of my products that I offer around the work that I was speaking about earlier, I also have WhatsApp group attached to those, and so we can speak there as well. So welcome to the Soul Awakening Sanctuary, to Spiritually Reborn, to my world, my reality, my unique expression. But also with that, wanting to open and share that, because my experience is also shared with you and yours with me, even if we never consciously connect. So welcome. Thank you for witnessing me. Thank you for spending time with me. Um, and the last thing I'll say is that as you are doing that, and as you are picking up and receiving, whether it's my work or a video or a channeling that I'm doing, always, always tune into yourself and take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because we are different. And everything that I say might not be your experience, and that's okay. We're not going to have the same experience because we're not the same in that sense. Our human experience is entirely unique. We are the same at this like core soul essence, even deeper than soul, because even soul is still individuated. But like at the core essence, I believe that we come from the same source and that we are connected. And so, oh, you are your own authority. You are your own source of truth. I believe that's true anywhere that you go, not just here, but especially here in this space, in this channel. I really want you to feel empowered and emboldened in your own sovereignty. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, um, and just tune into what feels true for you always. I love you. I love you as my human brothers and sisters and non-binary folk. Sorry, I couldn't think of a better word there. However you come, however you are accepted and you are welcome here. I hope that you feel me in that. And I hope that we engage together and build meaningful connection, even if it's just energetic, even if it's just in these videos, if we never speak in real time. I hope you feel the outpouring of love that I have for you as my family, as my soul family, as my human family. And especially if you're like vibing, like Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's let's create some magic. I love you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Eee.